Hey everybody, I hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about switching sizes. I've mentioned already that I would be abandoning my beloved standard size to move into an A6 for my art journal. And actually, it's not even an art journal anymore. It's basically just going to be my memory keeper. And that was such a huge transition for me. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about it because I always hear a lot about people switching sizes and it's like no big thing. And people are switching like every other week or just during different seasons when they're busier or whatever. And people just do it on a whim. And I'm pretty envious of that. This was an insert from my, standard size traveler's notebook that I used for my art journal, and I kept a scrapbook in there, and basically the scrapbook is the only thing that has survived, and it's just turned into my memory keeper. But what I found was that narrow and standard is my favorite size ever. I absolutely adore it for writing, and so that's what I keep my written journal in. And I guess when you love something so much and it's just such a perfect fit, you just automatically assume it's going to be perfect for like anything else. And totally not the case, which I have learned. And it was like pulling teeth to get me to even consider coming out of it into a different size. But what I found was that the page was just too big. I know some people don't like standard because it's too narrow of a cut and it's hard to kind of do artwork in such a rectangular shape. But that didn't bother me. It was just the amount of page that there was. And so, I was considering, because it's like Hobonichi fever right now. And so I was considering the A6. Let me adjust you guys. And I was thinking about what I could possibly do in an A6 size. And I thought, well, the thing that I love the most in my art journal is my memory keeper. And so perhaps I could, transition that over into this size. And so that's what I did. And well, I went ahead and bought the Hobonichi A6 for 2019. So I have that all set up and ready to go with my black cover and the hide and seek cover on cover, looking all like beautiful and just everything that I ever want. And I didn't want to wait until January to start this. And what if that plan wasn't going to work out? What if it wasn't going to work for memory keeping, and then I would have to kind of brainstorm in a rush what to do with this since it's a dated planner. So I got myself one of these Midori, a Midori MD notebook, and it's in an A6 size, and it's bound so similarly to a Hobonichi. So I picked this up at Jet Pens, and I just got the clear cover that you can buy that fits on this perfectly. And so I started doing this to kind of test out this size, and I knew so quickly that this was a gem. It was everything that I needed, and it worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. So I am really excited to be doing it next year in a Hobonichi. But I'm also thinking, like, this is the size of one Avec Hobonichi book. So it's already like all kind of exploding. So I'm feeling like this is just definitely going to explode next year. But whatever, I have it, so it's going to happen. But anyway, I started in this, and I started September 1st. And what happened is I just took out the pages that I had started in my standard size in my other insert that I had in this traveler's notebook setup. And I cut them out and kind of sliced them and folded them and tried to paste them in here. And I tried the Hobonichi challenge. I did 2 days of it and I didn't even finish the telescope here. And of course, this is what I do. This is why I don't have, a traditional art journal, because I pick something like the golden compass when the prompt was to just draw a compass, and I had to pick the alethiometer and have something obscenely difficult to do. And then for the telescope, I found like a deconstructed telescope image on Pinterest that I was trying to copy, and it was taking forever. And I don't know why I'm so attracted to like really detailed, complicated things, but then I don't want to spend the time doing it, because I love admiring the result, but I hate the actual process and I don't enjoy spending the time doing it. So that's something I'm going to have to like work out within myself, because I still want to do this kind of stuff, but I'm just not sure how. So we'll see. But so what happened was these 2 pages, the 1st and the 2nd of September, were in my previous standard size. And then so were these 2 pages, the 5th and 6th. And I wasn't actually documenting every single day. It wasn't like a daily thing for me. And what happened was when I took these pages out and put them in here, I loved this so much that I actually went back and filled in for the 3rd and the 4th, so that I have documented something for every single day in here. And what I do is I have a written journal, and it's a daily journal. So there's nothing beautiful about it. It's just writing. And I literally just recount the events of that day. So I don't even go on about thoughts and feelings and stuff like that. It's just what happened that day and maybe a little bit of, how I felt about it, but not a lot. So having that is really helpful, because I absolutely do that every single day. At night, it's just part of my nightly routine. And it could be 3 pages worth of writing for that day, or it could literally be one little paragraph with like 3 sentences in it. So I don't have any rules for that except just get to the point. And so because I have that, I don't have pressure to have to document something every single day. I will skip a few days if I need to in here. And once I feel like I have some time and I feel really inspired, I can just sit down and work on a few days worth of this. And it's fine. It works out great for me. And I love having that extra time that I can spend in here. But yeah, I had to like slice my standard size page and kind of like tip in stuff. But yeah, then after that, everything kind of settled in and I came together. And, I'm just like using my stickers and tipping in and, kind of using my washi tape. And there's just something about this size, and it's so bizarre to me how a size can be such a game changer, because, it's kind of the same width as my standard. It's just got a chunk off the top that's not there. And then I have tons of pocket size notebooks, and, it's like almost the same size, but I cannot do memory keeping in this whatsoever. Like as soon as I open this and I think about putting in, to document for memory keeping like this, I get like, I just get kind of appalled. like this, it doesn't give me the same feeling at all. And it's not that much different. So it's just so weird that this little bit of extra width and a little bit of extra top is like such a game changer. I don't know how that works, but whatever. I mean, I guess I'm glad that I, took the plunge and decided to work in this. I have a Target dollar spot pocket in here. I have so many of them, so I can just put them in like this. But yeah, so I'm cutting out magazines and stuff like I did when I was in like the 7th grade. And, I'm just having so much fun with all this stuff and working in lots of different media. And I've been really inspired by Heba from My Little Journal, and I'll link her stuff in the description. But her videos are so inspiring to me because she works with so much stuff, and she doesn't do like artwork, she's not artsy with paint and stuff. She uses stamps and like crystal dots, and she layers her photos, and that has been like a revelation to me. She talks about layering and the use of the colors, and she just really resonated with me. So that gave me so much inspiration for documenting my vacations, because I do vacation scrapbooking separately. I haven't talked about that at all before, but I love doing that. And so I'm kind of carrying that over into this, just things that I've learned from her. And like, yes, Carrie Harling has her own page because she followed me on Instagram. And I think she's like going around and starting to follow a lot of like newbies like me, like smaller channels and smaller accounts. And so, yeah, I screenshot it and I put it in here. And there's watercolor on this page. See, I'm like really growing as a journaler and as a person that's documenting my life, I painted my clothes. I have a closet I'm turning into an office, and this is the paint chip for it. And it was too long, so I had to like cut it down and like remove a chunk of the middle of it and put it in here. But I don't know. I feel like that's something I wouldn't have thought of in the past, and I'm just really enjoying this. This is obviously such a great fit for me. This is when I got the rest of my Hobonichi order that I ordered from Etsy. And I layered like Heba says, so I had so much fun doing that. And like I took my kids to the library this day. I have a little magazine cut out of books, and I wrote in the title and authors of the books that we read aloud while we were there, and another Target dollar spot sticky pocket in here because these fit so well in here, and they don't fit in the pocket size at all. And yeah, it's just perfect. And yes, this is Traveler's Company stuff. I will talk about that another time. But anyway, this has been amazing. And tell me about your experience. Do you switch sizes often? How do you do that? And do you have a favorite size that you just absolutely could not imagine moving out of for anything? Like, this is such a personal thing, and it's just insane how different everybody's paths are for this kind of stuff. But anyway, put your thoughts down below. I'm curious to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye.